Hey, I have a really good story. I love these just blatant double standard instances of hypocrisy. And we have one from an anti-state health insurance Republican who is on the government health care plan. And it actually turns out that 6 of the 7 Republican senators who voted to kill Republican Governor Bill Haslam's proposal to extend health coverage to almost 300,000 low-income Tennesseans are actually enrolled themselves in the state's government health care plan. And this includes Senator Todd Gardenhire of Chattanooga, according to records that have been obtained by the Associated Press. And this is relevant because during the committee debate where Gardenhire opposed the expansion of healthcare, of state healthcare for low-income Tennesseans, he claimed that he used private insurance. But as it turns out, and as has been pointed out by a Democratic member of that legislative body, many of the Tennessee General Assembly members themselves are receiving subsidized health plans or health coverage, and Gardenhire himself, Lewis, is on that same plan. Now, the problem is that we seem to be having a semantic disagreement because he says that he is covered by his wife's private employer, saying my wife's on Social Security. Rather, let me take a step back. His wife is on Social Security. He is covered by his private employer, except that he has now been notified that no, he is indeed covered by the state insurance plan. And now his explanation is, okay, I have it, but I don't use it. I use Morgan Stanley's insurance, which is far greater. When I signed up, everybody said, here, sign these papers. So I simply said, okay. I think that there are several problems here. Number one is the obvious double standard. He voted to deprive his state's low-income residents of access to affordable health care, in spite of the fact that he receives affordable health care from the state, in spite of saying that he doesn't use it. But more concerning to me is that he said he just signed the papers that were put in front of him without reading them. Someone who is in charge of drafting and passing legislation in Tennessee admitted, Lewis, he just signed whatever they put in front of him. He doesn't even know what it is.
Well, this is what happens in Congress, isn't it? I mean, there are these, 600, 700, 800 page bills that are written up by not Congress members. And then they are not read by Congress members, and then they are voted on by Congress members. So I think this is just business as usual in our government.
And the last part that is just hilarious to me is that when he was confronted about the fact that he actually has this state plan, in spite of the fact that he's against the state offering health insurance to more people, he says, my wife is all set because she's covered by Social Security. Social Security is a federal government program that is a bigger line item even than defense spending at 24% of the total. Part of his defense is that his wife is all set because she has Social Security. It's just incredible that these guys don't realize the absurdity of what they're saying. Coming up next, Bill Scher will join us to talk about Democratic Party populism. Is it a new fad, or is it something that has been there for a while, which has merely been ignored by corporate media? That's coming up next.